Very true.
I can't say mine because there's females present. But all right. Y'all having fun?
Yeah.
We got one more comic. This is our closer for the evening. So he runs a show at the Creek to the Cave called Barely Making It. He's only had me on it a couple times.
Only.
Hey, you know, two times is good. We're good. Holy Jesus. All right. So apparently my mom wants me to call her now. So, I know. I was like, what? Dude, I don't owe you money. Go ahead. No. All right. So like I said, he produces a show at the Creek and Cave called Barely Making It, and he just did a half hour at Broadway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
Broadway. So he's up and coming, and one day somebody else will know his name besides me. Yeah. Yeah. So go ahead and start putting your hands together for Adrian Davidson.
Thanks, man. That was like way too much for this show. I appreciate you.
We have Instagram viewers.
Yeah, I mean, I knew we weren't getting paid for the show, but I was like, you know what? I can get paid in followers, right? I got my dad's sweater on, so you know I'm comfortable. I'm very comfortable. Also, this was also the poster in my prison cell. Just wanted to say that. We love the galaxy, right? Before I wanted to apologize to you because we started talking earlier. She's from England, and I was like, what Australian comics do you like? She was like, I'm British. And you know what's worse is that my dad is British. I could just hear him like sighing in Florida and being like, God, you bloody idiot, are you? Wow. So I apologize to you for that. I'm also in an interracial relationship. You know, I'm not just saying that because like I want to seem cool or anything, but it's a weird word, isn't it? It's very clinical. Like, I hate that word. It makes it seem like you're under a microscope or something. Like, there they are, the interracial relationship. Usually couples match in same pairs, but these two bucked the trend. Weird, just a weird term. Interracial relationship. I don't like that at all. Any of you guys do the acting thing? I know we're all comedians, but do you, well, didn't you say you booked something with the Nazi tattoo?
Oh, no, that was a bit.
Oh, that was bad, okay. I believed it though. Very convincing. Alright, for those of you at home, don't worry about that, that's just between us. Fine. I'm doing the acting thing. As an actor and a comedian, obviously I'm a bartender. That's how it works. Most of the people are pretty cool at the bar I work at, but you get some dicks. Like we have a pool table at the bar I work at, and this guy comes up, and the quarter machine for the pool table is broken, and he goes, "Oh, bro, the quarter machine's broken. How am I gonna play pool?" And I'm like, "Well, you can go to a bodega down the street and get quarters there." And he's like, "Oh." And I said, "Look, I mean, it's not the worst case scenario." He goes, "Yeah, that really is the worst case scenario." And then he vanished into thin air. Sound again. I'm going to share with you guys a complaint email I got for a private event that we ran at the bar. And in this complaint email, anywhere that the person wrote in all capitals, I'm going to raise my voice. Okay? Here it goes. Complaint! My son was at your bar last night and security threw him out for no reason. Now, do I tell my husband, the attorney? Or can you apologize? Tanner has never been intoxicated in his life. He's a good kid. He's a ballet dancer and will be in the movie Newsies in January. Then he's going to be in Cats. Cats! The longest running musical on Broadway! Tanner was classically trained at the American Ballet Theater, and where does this person think I give a fuck, basically? Your staff sounds like they were trained in a shed in the backwoods of Alabama. This is Manhattan. Do you know where your bar is? Yours, Janine. So I wrote back, Dear Janine, fuck you. you. Yours, Adrian. That's appropriate. So I was watching the show, I was kind of wondering, like, do you guys ever get, like, complaints from people who live on the floor or anything? They're like, why do you all gather on Thursdays and talk about masturbation? Like, what? Is something wrong? Are you okay? We all love it, but please. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking around. I'm actually really enjoying the show. I thought everybody was great tonight. It got me out of the house, you know? That was really important to me today. It's hard to leave the house, you know? Like, like, because there are people outside. You know, like, that's a hard thing. The disappointment that you're gonna experience when you go outside is just 100%, right? You know you're gonna be disappointed by like 9-10 of the people that you meet. I get, before I go outside, like if I don't have to go out, it's very difficult for me to get out of my apartment. Like, I will go to the door, and then like my insecurities will just like, you know, kind of like, and my insecurities will be in like the form of, it'll take the voice of Bane from The Dark Knight Rises, you know? Be like, where do you think you're going? You can't go out there, there are people out there. You're going to need to speak to them. We know how awkward that can get, don't we? Stay inside, under the covers. Stay. But I gotta go out, I got a comedy show, Kate. Comedy show! You think you're funny? That's the inside of my head. It's all messed up. Everybody has a different journey, like how they become a comedian, you know? Like my journey, like one of the reasons I'm fucked up is I moved around a lot. I know Lana can relate here. Basically, anytime I got comfortable living somewhere, my parents would move us. You know, they'd be like, "Hey, you enjoying school? Making friends? Well, we're moving to Japan. We're going somewhere nobody speaks your language." I moved to Japan at a very young age, and I was being shipped over from the country that had literally like wiped out half of their population. So when I got to Japan, I was not popular. Put it that way. I was like an alien baby, you know. I was just like, So the Japanese kids used to beat me and kick me and call me gaijin, which means foreigner or weirdo. It's a little derogatory. So to get back at them, the first word I learned in Japanese was Hiroshima. Now, I was called a racist for that joke, because obviously, but I asked the person out there, I was like, well, did you ever get your ass kicked by 5-year-old Japanese samurai? No, that was me. Shut the fuck up. But then I started, you know, making friends with the Japanese kids, like learning the culture, learning the language, all that kind of thing. And my parents saw this and they were like, "Hey, see you're making friends with the Japanese boys. Well, we're moving to New Jersey. We're going somewhere nobody speaks your language." Moved to New Jersey. As I said, my father was British, so I had a kind of like 1930s British newsboy accent when I got to the Jers. Guess who didn't like that, guys? The Jersey kids. I kind of sounded like this in my first grade class here. "Oh, Miss Mayberry. If I'm a good boy and I finish sons, can I have some pudding?" It's a hard life, guys. It's a hard life. I had an enemy in my first grade classroom. I knew it was my enemy because I sit next to him and he would draw pictures of me getting eaten by bears, right? So to get back at him, well, actually, I knew it was me because he would write out my name in like giant capital letters over the top with like a big arrow pointing down to the kid getting eaten by bears, you know, just to be sure. So to get back at him, I drew a picture of him getting bombed by fighter pilots, right? And he drew a picture of me burning in the middle of the sun. So then I sketched out his parents' divorce certificate, and I think I won the battle. Because fuck Sebastian. right? Hope he's watching. At age 9, I moved down to Brazil. Moved down there, and the first thing I learned in Brazil was that they like to give you nicknames, but all the nicknames hit really close to your insecurities, you know? Like I was a lot more white than a lot of my Brazilian friends, so they just call me Gaspar Maldito, which means Casper the white piece of shit. There's another guy who had it worse than I did though, alright? He had one arm that was really long, one arm that was short, long arm, short arm, and they used to call him Clock. I know, he was always on time, alright? That's a clock joke for ya. The cheesiest material I got. When I came back to the US, like, I always get really dumb questions about living in Brazil, you know? People would be like, hey, you live in Brazil, huh? Like, what was the Amazon like? Did you live in a hut? I'd be like, no, we didn't live in a hut. We lived in the trees. We were a tree fam. The other question I get is like, is it safe for me to go down there? Like, can I go down there? And I've only been robbed at gunpoint 5 times, which in Brazil is kind of like winning the lottery. Like, yeah, we did it. It's a true story. One time, a bunch of guys came into our house with guns, and it was in the middle of the afternoon on a Wednesday, which is like an ambitious time to rob somebody. You know what I mean? It's like, when do you want to go in? Over the cover of darkness, midnight? No. Let's go in at high noon. I was taking a shit at the time. I'm not proud of it. This is what I was doing. I was reading a Garfield. I wasn't solving the world's problems like I wish I was. I come out of the bathroom, the guy with the gun goes, "Well, just not some television," which means, where's your TV? And the cable guy was supposed to come that afternoon, so all I could think was, wow, this guy takes his Showtime installation real serious. Throws me in a room. My parents are there, right? Everybody's tied up. And I speak beautiful Portuguese. That's for me, all right? That's for my confidence. But my dad says to me when I get thrown in the room, he goes, "You don't speak Portuguese." Now the reason he said that was because if they didn't think we were understanding what they were saying, we'd have a little bit of control over the situation, right? But I had been speaking like fluent Portuguese to this guy right before he threw me in. And then all of a sudden I started not speaking good Portuguese at all. I just started going like, and I think like, I was like, did we pistol whip this guy? Or like, what the fuck happened? Having a stroke. And they actually got the wrong house. Like, how fucked up is that? Like, they were supposed to go like how mad am I at Google Maps that they run to our address? Later. They took everything in the house, as you would expect. One guy actually took my Little League medals, right? Like, how fucked up is that? Like, how bad was this guy at softball that he had to take my 3rd place trophy? You know what I mean? And at one point, one of the guys was like, you know, they don't have a flat screen TV. And I realized that, like, we didn't have the level of shit. Like, if they had stolen all of our shit and, like, put it into their house with all their shit, like, I think that would have been, like, a downgrade for their house, you know? As they were leaving with all the shit, one guy actually fell in the pool, which was a nice moment, you know? So I was like, thank you, God. Thank you for allowing me to pee in that pool every day. Really appreciate that. And the guy running the whole thing, as soon as he fell in the pool, goes, "Ronaldo. Every time at the fucking pool." Done it before. What do I want to do next? Let's go with that. I've been watching televangelist preachers recently. Not because I'm religious, but just for more material, you know? I'm sure you guys could all relate to that. And I like it, man. I like the whole thing they do, you know? Like, I don't know why people believe it. Like, I don't believe somebody with so much gel in their hair, you know? I just don't trust anybody with that type of look. They'll always start out their preaching in the same kind of way, you know? They'll go in and they'll, like, gain confidence. They'll know some people in the audience. They'll be like, "Welcome, everyone, in the congregation here today. Good to see you, Connie. How you doing, Bart? Good to see you there. How are the kids? Okay." And then they'll tell you a story about how they went from like a hard time to a good time, right? To like bring you on their side. They're like, I want to tell you about the day I got into the congregation. The day I heard a whisper in my ear. It said to me, "Hey, Dale, what are you doing?" I said, "I'm sleeping." And then the voice said to me, "Dale, you can't be sleeping, for there is so much work to be done. And I'm not paying your lazy ass $8 an hour to sleep on the damn job. You're fired." And I said, "Daddy, you can't fire me on blood. But fire me you did. And that was the day I got to the ministry. Praise Jesus of Nazareth." And then it all boils down to money, right? Well, first they might get like an awkward question from the crowd. Might be like, "What's that? Why is the church taxed, you ask?" Because you can't tax Jesus. Anyone who says otherwise is nothing but a demon in disguise, I believe. And then it boils down to money. Then it's like, and there's an offering basket going around, y'all. For those of y'all who are hard of hearing, an offering basket is going around. And if you don't have any money on you, not to worry, friends. You can always wire me some money on my Venmo account. Pastor Dale, make it rain 2020. And be sure to buy my book, Don't Be Gay. And get the sequel, How to Get the Devil Out of Your Daughter's Underpants. $89.95 plus tax. Alright guys, thanks a lot. It's been a lot of fun. Give it up for James for a minute.
Alright, keep it going for Adrian. Alright, let's try this again. Keep it going. There we go. Keep it going for all your comics tonight. It is a great job. This is a great show. For our fans out there, please tune in next Thursday. Same bat time, same bat channel. Please don't sue me, Batman and DC. And, all right, my name's been James Mack. Have a good one.
Yeah.